There we go. So, are we calling this Morning Wood? Morning Wood squared?
Morning Wood extended.
Ooh, the director's cut.
Yeah. Oh, don't use that term with Morning Wood. Morning
But
Wood.
we did talk about
Morning Wood circumcised.
that. Well, this is kind of because we did talk
Uncircumcised.
about that.
No.
What?
Morning Wood uncircumcised. It'd be like the unplugged version of.
Oh.
Although we're both circumcised.
Yes,
So
yes.
it didn't.
So we don't even know what
work
it
out that.
means.
But
Yeah.
no, it would be like, just completely unfettered and uncut. It actually could work.
Would you want it erect if they're about to cut it, or would you want it flaccid?
Yeah.
I mean, not that you have a choice at that age.
One of those things. Would you rather have your your flap cut off than stuck in a cave for 129 days? I don't know. Now get to your point. We have we have a special Morning Wood today because
because I had a question for him. Are we on? We
Yeah,
are on. Okay, good. Would you take a bite of the apple from the Garden of Eden?
and we should make sure that we all know the story. I mean,
I think everyone knows the story.
Well, okay. I sound like a
Look it
cancer.
up.
Because
It's
that
called
was,
Old Testament.
I was going to say that crosses both lines. That's
well,
not a Christian
it's the beginning.
thing, or it's
No,
a-
yeah.
But yeah, come on. I don't know if everybody truly knows. Do you? Go ahead. I'm going to put you on the spot. What's the story of the Garden of Eden?
Adam and Eve.
Yes.
They lived in this beautiful place. The
Yeah,
snake
Eden.
tempted Eve with an apple. She took a bite. She suddenly started feeling shame and remorse, and just like, because they were both naked, and it was
Wait,
supposedly it was the tree of knowledge.
are you embellishing this a little
No,
bit?
no.
She didn't
And then
feel
the-
shame because she was naked. You think?
I'm telling you the version I
I
remember
didn't even
hearing.
know what
I'm
clothes
sure it
were.
was
They were
like
the first.
the nursery school version. It's like translation for kids, because that was one of that's an origin story. Who doesn't love an
but
origin story?
You kind of skipped over.
I just wanted your answer. I don't
I
want
know,
to
but
fucking
it's
talk
important.
about it. It's not important.
It is.
Okay.
No, it's important
So,
to my answer.
and then she gives the apple
Right.
to Adam.
Right.
And then he takes a bite, and then they are evicted from Eden, and they now have
3-day notice on their tree, on their tree house. Right.
and that's a little too close to home, but that's another story.
And we have 6 more weeks of winter. Is that,
Yeah, that's
is that how it worked?
and because they seem to the freedom of will and choice, and so because they had that, it was like they were kicked out of Fantasyland.
You're so adorable when you're wrong. No,
Yeah.
no, actually not wrong, but you're missing a couple of points. I
Well,
mean,
you know that the way you're taught things was different than the way I was
Well,
taught,
that's
even
why
from
I'm
the same
curious.
source.
I want to calibrate this real quick
Yes,
because
yes.
the whole point of this is that God said you can have anything you want down there.
Right.
You can eat anything except for this one
Right.
thing, the apple. That's really the important part of this
Yes,
because
but free will. Okay.
it's a little bit like the original Pandora's box, and then somebody went secular with that one, which
Yeah.
is, the one thing you don't want is
Right.
the temptation, and the point of that is what the ending is, and this may be a difference between
Yes.
Christian and Jew. The original sin. That's what ultimately when they ate that. That's what slapped us with
I'm so
humanity.
glad I'm not a Catholic.
We are. That's
Well,
what we were
to
labeled
me, it was
with.
free will. It was like we chose free will, and God loved us, but it was like we left childhood and having him as a parent, or it as a parent, to living within our own body and using our minds and having free will.
But he was.
And we
just-
really fucked that up,
he
didn't we?
Or she, or
Yeah.
they, or
Yeah,
whatever
or-
gender God is, was disappointed. I mean, that was a test
Yeah, see,
that they
and-
failed.
Well,
But it, in a sense, and in the spin that you have, which is, it gave us free will, and
Right.
it separated us from God. That we are humans, and we are gonna.
that's how your version keeps us yoked to. We were
That's
bad.
right.
We were wrong.
That's
We
right.
were
exactly.
being punished the rest of our
I
lives.
thought Jews own guilt. We
We do,
Catholics-
but not that
Catholics
kind.
share it with we that
just-
is. Oh, they held that over us, that original sin thing.
Yeah.
Over us, and with the thumb down. Yeah, you better watch out. Old Testament God was not a cool guy. Anyway, my answer would be
Yes.
this is not a question of food versus Eve or good versus evil. This is, would you rather have sex over following God? So, because I always look at the metaphor of
because she
Eve's
tempts
apple,
him. Yeah.
and I look at that as
Your ass is
analogy.
grass. There's no way you wouldn't take a bite. There's no way.
No, that is one.
I mean-
I choose my daughter over everything, but I will choose sex over God. Wow, I just killed.
But God created sex. I mean, that's our
I
primary
think God
function.
would want me to. He's such a selfless, wonderful entity that he's the ultimate cancer. He gives unto us sex, and why he would say, "Oh yeah, man," he'd be like, "Bro, high-fiving me."
Yeah.
You
Want me
go
to
after-
film it for you? Upload it to YouTube?
How about
No,
can I
it's, Pornhub.
incorporate God into sex? Like, oh God, and spirituality and tantra, and they all
Well,
intertwine.
Tantra has
and-
spiritual elements to it.
Yeah, it absolutely
right? Yeah.
does. So I didn't want to have to choose between the two, but I know I would succumb. There's no way I would be.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, because I'm not thinking that the apple was really the apple.
Yeah. But she's right there in front of you, and it's like, oh my God.
It was a couple of apples and a peach.
Now, where would she have to fall on the HD index? You know, is she what was it, 6.8,
wow,
but raise it
that's
to a
right.
7?
My scale is
Yeah.
I will do anything from a 7 to a 10.
But
To get to a 7, you can round up. You're allowed to round up, and rounding up could even be a 6.45 could be rounded to a 6.5, and the 6.5 rounded to a 7. So it
But in the
allows
same
me
sequence?
a little cushion.
But if you had 6.4, you couldn't round that to
6.45.
But you couldn't round that to 7. You could only go to 6.5.
You could, but then once you have the 6.5, you go all around to the nearest whole number,
Oh.
and now you go upwards to 7.
Yeah.
So that's
Because
how-
you really want
That's how I do
to
the-
be attracted to her.
Yeah, you really want to. There might be alcohol involved or a situational thing.
Might have not had sex in
age.
2 years.
That's probably the number one answer. Family Feud. But it allows me to not be pigeonholed too much into a box of 7 to 10.
Yes.
Now, can I
Yes.
go beyond 10?
So where would she have? So where would she have to
10.5?
take a
I
bite of
round
that
down.
apple?
I round down.
Where would she have to be on that scale to
that's
be
great.
tempted to take a bite?
Man. Well, I would know the consequence. That's the big thing. Is I would have to have
Would you
known
know
the
that? Well, I was
consequence,
waiting
right?
for you to ask me the ground rules.
Well, I think the I
Did
think
Adam know the
story
consequences?
I'm sure they did.
Well, they were just told no. Like,
Well,
a,
the
like
co-
a child said, don't touch that hot skillet.
I thought, was there like you're going to have eternal death, or what was the sentence? I think you're right.
It's
I
probably
think it was-
very abbreviated.
I think it was right. It was just you can't do this. I'm going to give you
Yeah.
everything, but you just can't
Right,
do that. Well,
right,
why?
I don't even think we asked for it.
Try it and find out. So, that's not worthy of enough of a sentence to tighten it to 9 or 10.
Right. So what? But what level
And the
of
fact that
hotness
she's the only
would
woman alive.
That's true.
apparently,
Really?
I have no
Really,
choice.
there's no context. It's like
She could be a 1. Yeah, I
she's
think
got a hole.
I'd have eaten the apple for a 6.45.
Yeah. Okay. There you have it. I would definitely.
Or find me a little marmot or some
Honestly,
other. That's where
I think I would have been there next to Eve, coaxing her to bite it first to see what would happen, and then I would take a bite after she offered it to me.
well, she
it's
did.
like, wait,
she ate it first.
I know, but I would have been there, as Adam.
Oh, to
yeah,
watch
what
what
the
happened.
fuck? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Let's
stand
see.
back,
I'm curious.
Is he gonna blow up? Oh, good questions that we should all ponder.
Really.
And
What would you do for sex?
You know,
For the right woman?
terrible in the middle and during Lent that I should have had to make that choice.
Well, but you gave up celibacy for Lent.
I did. That's
So you have between now and
Yeah.
whatever day.
Well, can you technically give up something that you haven't had?
Well, you've had celibacy for 2 years.
I know. So how do I give it up?
By having sex. You have to fuck.
Well, I know, but I haven't. So
Well, but it's not. But it's Lent.
I've got
So you have
what,
to. You have time.
30,
How,
35 more days.
is that what it is?
Well, it started with Ash Wednesday,
Well, we've got that.
Mardi Gras.
We've got Excalibur
40
going on,
days.
so we just
Okay.
have
Oh,
to
yeah.
have the entries
Well,
due
and I
earlier
got-
than we realized.
And I got 2 numbers in 2 weekends
Yeah.
from complete 9s and 10s.
Oh my God! I wouldn't even say 9s. I think you got 10s there.
Yeah. So more to come.
Yeah. You hope. All right. There you have it.
Free of charge. Extra morning wood. Buddy, you don't have the little.
Oh,
It's still on.
it's still on?
Yeah.
I thought I did it. Is it
Still
off
on.
now?
Still going.
Fuck you.